common problem with electrical back boxes is that the lugs actually can get stripped. That is often caused by a dodgy screw that's not been cut correctly. Now, I have done a video on how to cut these screws, which I will link to in the description. Sometimes, if it's not too badly damaged, you can actually re-tap the hole using an M3.5 tap, or you can get a special tool for retapping electrical back boxes. I have covered that in another video, which I will also link to in the description. But this one is completely stripped, and I've just rigged this up just to demonstrate how you can fix it. So normally you would have something on the front of that, and that back box would actually be plastered in. You would also have wires and cables in there. It is important before you do this, if you're doing it on a live electrical system, that you isolate the electricity first and confirm that it is isolated before you proceed. So on this back box, we've got one screw that will screw in to that lug perfectly well. But on this side, it is completely stripped. If that is not completely stripped and you're just having difficulty screwing the screw in, you may have to drill that out before you proceed any further. And in most cases, it's not an easy option to replace this because you will have cables that are going into that back box and it will also be plastered in. So actually removing the back box and replacing it for a new one is incredibly difficult. So somebody's come up with this solution, which is called a back box saver. And that comprises of a T-nut and the sleeve, and you also get a decent length M3.5 screw with this. So basically that will slide over the lug and then you will be able to tighten that up, and then once that's on there you can actually screw your screw into there and it will tighten up onto the T-nut. So that is a great solution for fixing something like this. Otherwise, you have to replace the back box. I actually bought 5 of these and it was about 15 quid for 5 of them, but they will come in very useful. So once you put that on there, it's important you check that your screws aren't damaged before you use them. But you can actually put that on there and then we can screw that back to where it should be and tighten up the screws. So that is a great solution for fixing a back box lug that has been stripped completely. I will put a link in the description to the ones that I bought, as it may come in useful. The back box savers also came with these sticky pads, which are useful if you need to use it on a screw in that orientation. You can actually stick that in position and that will prevent it from slipping off.